Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your weekly rune reading for the elements for the week of June 21st through the 27th of 2026. These are general readings, therefore they are timeless, so if you happen to see it outside of that window of time, there's still probably a message for you. If you've never had your charts read, there is a link in the description to a natal interpretation chart through Llewellyn. It's not sponsored or anything like that. It's just a tool available if you're interested. It gives you your base 12 houses with all the little signs and symbols, telling you what all that means in about 10 to 20 pages. So with that, we will hop over to our first elemental energy, and that is fire, covering the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have fire high up in your chart, then this message is for you. And fire, you're starting off, not a lot of movement here. We're starting off with Isa, or the Ice Rune, and its color is black, tarot association is the Hermit, astrology is the Moon. It's an obstacle or coldness between people, time to observe, keeping silent, refraining from comment. So fire, this week, upcoming week, is not going to be a very strong action week for you. This is going to be a week where you kind of just take things and put them on the back burner. You're not out jumping up and down and being as loud as you can be. It's more about taking the time to observe. We'll see what the second rune is, but I'm getting this image right now that there's something going on that you've been kind of playing with, you've been working on, and this is a week where you get to step back and just see where things are at. Now, take a check-in week, so to speak, so you can figure out what's going on with all the movement you've got started here. Your second rune is, turn the page, the Perth rune, which is the rune of fate. Color is black, so black is a powerful color for you this week because you have it twice. Your tarot association is the Wheel of Fortune. Astrology is Saturn. Mystery, chance, unexpected material gains and surprises, hidden things coming to light. I think you have to take a pause, rest, and observe for Perth to kick in, this fate action, because the energy I'm getting right now is you've done all this extra work and you keep pushing forward, but it's a time to take a break, pause. Let the universe do their part. Let God's source come in with your guides and guardians to allow things to move forward is what I'm getting here. So your current action and fire is to pause, slow down, observe, don't get involved, just keep an eye on things, like pull it back and watch it from a distance. Perth is saying because when you do this, things will fall into place the way they're supposed to, and you'll be able to start moving forward again with fewer obstacles. There's something because of your drive, your need to be the one to do the actions, that is slowing things down a little bit. So take that time to step back from the situation, just observe it. Don't get super involved, and let the universe align things for you. That's what they're wanting to do. Is you've been running so hard at this, it's like, okay, you need to slow down for a second, let the universe get caught up. And not so much caught up, but you're working in tandem with God's source, so let them carry their burden as well, because you've been trying to do it all by yourself, which is great, but not always necessary. Let's hop over to Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And for Earth, you are starting off with the Hagalaz rune, which is a rune of hail. Color is light blue, tarot association is the World, and Aquarius is your astrology, so this is your opposing energy. Unexpected setbacks or problems, letting things flow, possible disruptive natural events. The first image that came to mind with the flow and natural events is a landslide, because it moves like water, but it's really just earth. So there's something that is Earth, the energy I'm getting right here is something coming in that is going to significantly shift or change something this week. Whether it's emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever's going on, there's a shift that's being called out. And with that being said, this is not going to be a week that's going to be easy for you. I'm not trying to like sugarcoat it or hide anything. It's the fact that they're saying this is going to be, for some Earth, it's going to be a neutral week, nothing major. But for the others, there's going to be some things that shift and change that could alter the way you view certain situations or people. And you have the world energy, so there's something that's coming to a conclusion with all of that energy. That's where it's not like you're just going to walk away from this. It's something that's going to shift things significantly, but it's going to bring other things to a close. So see how that plays out for you. And with that Aquarius energy, it's air, which is opposite of you, but it's also the water bear. And so this is energy that is possibly carrying someone else's emotions, and this could be a little bit of a struggle for you this week. Your second rune, let's hopefully get a little more clarification on that, because what I'm feeling is there's going to be a big shift, and it can cause a little some disruption, is what I'm feeling. Your second rune is Uraz, which is the color of dark green. Tarot association is the High Priestess, and astrology is Taurus, which is your energy. Creative, power, wisdom, and knowledge, good fortune, opportunities, and sexuality. So you've got you've got a couple of different energies coming in here, Earth. One of them is saying, pay attention, be ready for things to shift drastically. There is a alteration that is going to bring something to an end. Something that you've been dealing with, struggling with, or even fighting against, that stops this week. That's what Hagalas is saying. And it's really saying this is not going to be something that you're not ready for this. So when it pops up, it's going to be like, what, WTF type thing. And then once it settles down, that's when we're going to step into this energy of Uraz, where it's more grounded with Taurus. The High Priestess is coming in, seeing the pattern and the flow, but it's also an indication of things changing for the better. So there's a shift that goes on here, but it's because it's been necessary. There's been something that you've been dealing with. It's time to end it. The World card with the Hagalas rune. But going forward, Uraz is bringing in the High Priestess, and that's saying this is the time where you get to pick a better world. You get to make some better decisions, see some more positive futures. This is a time of growth for Earth. But to do so, something else has to be taken out of the way, something has to be rearranged, or a perspective has to shift. And it could be the start of the process this week, but I'm really feeling this is just going to be kind of a one and done is what the vibe is. So see how that plays out for Earth. Again, this is a general reading, so take what works, leave the rest. But Earth is definitely going to have an interesting week. Let's hop over to Air. Air covers the zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Before we do this, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video if you enjoy these type of readings. Also, if you have any other interpretations that are coming forward, or if you have a different insight, or you just want to say hi, feel free to leave that in the comments down below, and we will hop into our air reading, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Find the right rune here. Air, you're starting off with the Jira rune, which is the rune of the year. Color is light blue. Tarot association is the Fool, and astrology is Earth. So if there's an Earth-Air relationship, understand this could be an interesting week for you, is what I'm getting right off the bat. Cycles of nature and life, something coming to fruition, effort receiving its reward. So Air, you're starting off with, you've put in the work. I'm feeling that this is going to be a week where doors are going to start opening. The opportunities will make themselves available. You've done all the pre-work. You've set things up. You've moved in the right direction. So you're ready to make these choices, these changes, and this alteration in your path. But it's not going to be something that you just get pushed into. The doors are opening, so there's something coming to you, but it's going to stop and say, now you get to walk forward and finish this. It's not going to be just handed to you on a silver platter, but you are getting rewarded for the hard work and the effort you've put into the situation. Your second rune is the Rado rune, which is the rune of a long journey on horseback. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Hierophant or the High Priest, and astrology is Sagittarius. So this is calling in some fire energy. It's a physical journey, pleasant journeys that brings positive development. It also can be a spiritual journey into the self. If you happen to be traveling, because we are coming up on, in the United States anyway, the 4th of July holiday weekend where a lot of people are traveling and moving, this is a time to be aware of your surroundings as you're moving, but it's also saying enjoy the journey. Don't focus on the destination, because the journey sometimes is half the fun. I love road trips because you never know where you're going to end up. And that's what's coming forward here, is take the time to enjoy the journey. The destination is going to be fun too, don't get me wrong, but enjoy the road trip. If you're traveling, stop along the way, see a sign somewhere for something goofy in a town you've never been to, check it out if you're feeling comfortable with that. But you've got this opportunity for joy, change, and journeys. But you also have this energy of the Jira rune, which is the Fool and Earth. So there's something new coming in, there's a new beginning, but there's also the energy of a reward with both of these runes. So you have this rewarding experiences, or rewarding paycheck, who knows what kind of reward, but it's because you've put the effort forward. You've done the work and you've put in the time. So why not accept what is yours? And that could be a whole bunch of different things. Be aware that sometimes the reward that you get is not what you consciously thought, but it's the exact thing that you've been asking for a while. So if there's different changes, especially if it's a move of some form, that's that long journey on horseback, you may end up in a situation where things change drastically. In the moment, you'll be like, this is not what I asked for. But at the end of the journey, enjoy the journey, because at the end of it, you'll be like, oh, actually, this is exactly what I was looking for. Oopsies. So let the universe play out the way it's meant to. You've set the intentions, you've done the pre-work, you've actually done most of the work here, and now it's time for things to step into their final form. Let's take a peek at our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies out there. Let's see who we are starting with. We're starting with the Inga's rune, which is a rune of fertility. Color is yellow. Tarot association is judgment or discernment. Astrology is the new moon, completion of ideas or projects, a time of beginning, a time of positive energy, good fortune. Water. This is a week of opportunities, but also this energy that is rewards for a job well done. There is this energy that I'm feeling here is, and use your discernment, use your judgment here, because you don't want to just take everything that's offered to you this week. This is a week where you're going to be getting a lot of, I'm feeling this pat on the back energy, where there's going to be people praising you for stuff that you've done. You're doing such an amazing job, fill in the blank, for whatever it is. Be discerning. Some of those people are telling you that because they're trying to get something from you, or they're just trying to be like, oh, cannot believe this person got that. Good job, that kind of energy. So you want to make sure that you're being discernment and taking things at the value that they're offered. And that sounds a little bit caustic or cruel, but if they're being sarcastic in their support, say thank you and walk away. Put no stock in that, because it's not worth it. If they're being genuine, you'll know using your judgment and discernment. But that's the energy that's coming in, is you've got some things moving in the right direction this week, and you're going to be ending up in a really good spot. You just might have to deal with some sarcasm along the way. Super fun, right? Your second rune is the Soilo rune, which is the rune of the sun. Color is white, silver, and gold. Tarot association and the astrology are both of the sun. It is good health and happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, and success. Water, out of the 4 elements this week, you are going to be stepping into the great power. You're the one who's dealing with all of the joy, all of the happiness, all the success that could be offered to anyone. But you also are in this state of rewards coming through. Job well done. The sun is also a very strong symbol of the divine masculine coming in. It's a projective energy. And it also is showing that you're going to have a lot more energy just in general this week to complete projects, to be outside. I'm also feeling, and this is odd water, because if you don't have a garden, you might want to get a plant. But I'm feeling this energy that it's time to really get your hands back in the dirt. Get yourself out in nature and allow yourself to enjoy the sun on your face. There is this healing energy that's coming in as well. If you're dealing with some kind of illness, this could be a week of reprieve for you. So spend some time outdoors if you can, and just allow nature to revive your soul. yeah, I'm feeling that this is just going to be a really strong week for water. You don't always get the best readings, but this week you're definitely in the better spot. So overall, in general, for everyone this week, this is a week there's going to be a lot of movement is what I'm feeling, like physical movement, traveling and that kind of stuff. Stay safe as you're doing that, but also don't get so focused on I must get from point A to point B, because point B is the goal, that you forget that there's a journey in between those two. Enjoy the middle periods. Sometimes those can have the most exciting and surprising revelations in them, and so as you're traveling along, as you're moving through this week, enjoy the journey. The destination's going to get there, and once you have the destination, you're going to look for something else. So enjoy the process of achieving this week. And when you get to those destinations, have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.